Store and download it. If you have an Android, Google Play, and go ahead and download it as well. I have done that already, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the wallet itself. And here is the wallet. You have two options. You can create a new wallet, or if you have already a wallet, you can restore. We're going to restore later on after we make a backup by creating the new wallet, this new wallet. So we're going to go ahead and create it. It's going to ask you to add a PIN, so we're going to go ahead, add that PIN, confirm the PIN again, and once that's done, you'll eventually get to the screen where you have the Bitcoin balance, and underneath local currency, in this case the Untitled Guilder. You will also have receive and send, and you will have a square that it's kind of like indicating to you, making sure that you have a backup, your wallet. You have to create a backup so you never lose access to your wallet. That's very important. At the bottom you also have wallet security and settings. That's pretty much it on the wallet. So we're going to head and create this backup. In creating this backup, you have three different choices or steps. The backup your wallet, so that's the first one we're going to do. It basically says that it's going to send you an email with a password, or you're going to create a password to conveniently recover your wallet if you change your phone or reinstall Muun wallet. In the case of this video, and for the purpose of the video, I won't be sending my email, or if there's individuals that don't want to send an email or don't have an email, they can just say I don't want to use my email. So that's what we're going to be doing. Comes back, gives you a warning to saying that if later on you can go ahead and do that later if you want. Come back, I am sure. Then goes to the second step. So the first step has been skipped. Second step is to create an alternative backup, basically writing down code on paper to recover the wallet. So we're going to do that. And what's going to basically happen is I'm going to have to write this code on paper to recover the wallet. You don't want to put it on the phone, so you can restore if you change your phone or reinstall Muun. So we're going to go ahead and write this down. You don't see it on the screen at the moment for security reasons, but give me a moment and I will be saving these so I can write them and confirm them. That indicates the second step has been accomplished. And the last part is just to create an emergency kit. It's kind of like a manual or instruction kit. It's a document that's a PDF document with information and instructions to independently transfer your funds. It's stored online, so your private key are securely encrypted with your recovery code, so you can save it in the cloud. And complete ownership, basically, by combining the emergency kit with the recovery code, you will have total and undisputed control over your funds. Now, I'm not going to do this step because the next step is just saving all of this setup that you've done into a PDF, but you want to have it all completed to actually do it and be more effective. So I'm going to go back to the wallet itself and indicating. But the point here, the emphasis here, is that you make sure you do these three steps correctly, and you should be fine. Now we're going to go ahead and down at the bottom right, we're going to go to settings and look at the Bitcoin units. So I'm going to click on that, and BTC is default, but we're going to switch it to Satoshis, or SAT. Satoshis are the denomination of Bitcoins, just like cents you have in the US dollars or the guilders. You have cents, 1 cent. So this is 1 Satoshi. And the main currency you can pick. We have Netherlands and Tills, the ANG, the Antillian Guilder, but you can pick your local currency. Once you have that, we're going to go back to wallet, and as you can see, the box has been removed that was underneath receive and send. That's under security now, so it knows that you've completed some task of backing up your wallet. We're going to go ahead and receive. Click on the receive button. The receive button has two sides. It has a Bitcoin side and Lightning side, and if you switch back and forth, it just changes that QR code. The QR code, under the QR code, is a representation of this alphanumeric number. In Bitcoin, it starts with BC1Q, and with Lightning, it starts with LNBC. If you go to Bitcoin, you have both of them have share and copy, but under Bitcoin, you have address settings, and you can set up an amount, or you can type the address type, which can leave default. Lightning has similar choices, share and copy, but you have invoice settings. Invoice settings, same idea, you add an amount, but it has an expiration date. Invoices in Lightning have an expiration date, or expiration time. It's usually 1 hour, and there's a purpose for that, because the Lightning network it's like a living organism. It keeps changing the routing path. So it gives you an hour so you can pay that, be able to pay this invoice that you're going to be creating. So just keep that in mind, that if an hour went by, then whoever is trying to pay you, you would have to generate a new invoice for them. So we're going to go ahead, under Lightning, we're going to go ahead and copy this long address, LMBC. So as you saw, it was copied in my memory, and I'm going to jump to an application, another wallet called Phoenix Wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and open it, and as you can see, I have the Phoenix Wallet with a bunch of transactions, and I'm going to send, and I'm going to paste it from, it's going to give me a warning because I'm pasting without an invoice. Pay it, and it says processing on my wallet, on the Phoenix Wallet. And if I jump over to Muun, here I am in Muun. It's going to ask me for my PIN because I just exited. And I'm going to go to receive. And as you can see, 1,000 sats were sent. And if I click on I'll show you that, but there's a little arrow pointing up on top of security. You just swipe that up, and it will give you the transactions that you have. So in this case, you were paid 1,000 sats. Gives you the time. You click on it, and it will give you the time, the date, and it says 90 Antillian guilders, because it was 51 cents US dollars. So you get 90.90 guilders, which is 1,000 sats. And then some other technical information about the transaction. So we go back, and now we have 1,000 sats in our balance, and we have 90 guilders. Now, I want to send this back to somebody else. So I want to transfer. Now what we're going to do is the send. But just like we did with the send from Phoenix, we first have to create the invoice. So I have to go back to the Phoenix wallet and create the invoice so I can send it from my Muun wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to, and obviously the Phoenix one is now telling me that 51 cents was sent. I'm going to go ahead and send. Receive. So I'm going to create an invoice, receive, and it comes up with similar type of functionality. You have the QR code, but it's a little bit more complicated than Muun Wallet. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the SAT, and I'm going to say I'm going to send 998, which is about 51 cents. But I'm not doing the 1,000 sat because I need one sat as a fee to the miners in terms of so I'm going to go ahead and create this invoice. I put that 1 sat. I'm going to copy it. So copy to clipboard. So the same thing happens. I'm going to go back to Muun, and I'm going to send this. I put my PIN inside, send it, and it recognizes that the clipboard, Muun recognizes the invoice already, and it pastes it in the clipboard. So you click on it, and it starts to load the payment details and says, hey, this is the address, and you say the 998 sats. You can put some note in here. I'm just going to put test and confirm note and send. So now I have 1 sat left on my Muun wallet. It's no guilders because sats are denominated in 8 decimal points, so it's significantly very low. But I can go over to my Phoenix wallet, and I've received the 51 cents. So as you can see, that's as simple as that in terms of sending and receiving either guilders or sats from different wallets. So this way you would do it at for example, the Bitcoin ATM. You can do this process as well. Now, what we're going to do now is to recover if we lose this, either the phone, or we lose the installation, or something happens to my phone, or the wallet disappears or is deleted. As you can see, it's it's starting from scratch. And I'm going to tell them, okay, I'm not going to create a new wallet because I have the code. I've saved it. I backed it up. I already have the code. So it says, do you, and the first thing is when you recover from the code, it said first step, which was the email. But we didn't enter the email at the first step. So we're going to say we recover with the recovery code, which is at the bottom. So I picked that one, and it's going to ask me, please enter the recovery code. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, just like I did before for testing purposes or confirming. So I'm going to do the same thing. So now it's confirming. It's going to ask me to create a new PIN because this is a new wallet with no PIN, but it's coming from the same backup that we had. So I'm going to put the same PIN in this case. Confirm the PIN. This is just for people don't get into your, accidentally get into your wallet. And as you can see, it defaulted. And there's my 0.0000, that Satoshi is still in there because I just recovered it. I'm going to change this setting to sats, just like we did before. Go back to the wallet, and there's my sat, which is exactly what I had when I backed it up after I lost it. And I can continue either sending and receiving like I did before. And that's how quickly I was able to recover my Bitcoins using the Muun wallet, and how to send and receive using a completely different wallet on the same phone. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and more to come.